What's up, everybody? This is Da'zjon, owner of Tinae's Wealth Management and Credit Consulting, and today's video is about how to remove Jefferson Capital from your credit report. Now, a number of people have reached out to me and have told me that they're struggling trying to remove this account, so I wanted to give everyone some free game on how to remove the account. But before we dive into that topic, check out my book, The Essentials of Good Credit. It is available on Amazon, and I'll leave the link to the book in the description box below. So let's dive into today's topic. Now, a lot of people that are struggling with, Jefferson Capital need to understand that they typically collect debts on repossessed vehicles. Now, one of the things that I want to say about Jefferson Capital is that sometimes they can be a really strict agency because they usually like to put the consumer in a position to not just pay the debt as much as they can, but sometimes they like to threaten individuals with lawsuits and things of that nature. So first thing you want to know about disputing with collection agencies like Jefferson Capital is first, you need to send a debt validation letter. Now, before you send the debt validation letter, I do want to say this ahead of time. Be sure that that company can collect in your state, because what a lot of people are experiencing that I come in contact with is that they don't necessarily report on that person's credit lots of times. And when you go back and do the research, they're not even able to collect in that state. So protect yourself from that. Don't put yourself in a position to pay on a debt when the collection agency isn't even able to collect in your state. Don't fall for that. Now, moving on. The debt validation letter is important because it puts the agency in position to validate if they truly own that debt. Because like I've said before, they purchase debts for pennies on the dollar, so they don't have all of your personal information. Now, Jefferson Capital is pretty strict. So when they send validation sometimes they don't even really send anything. They just send you a letter with your name, your address, sometimes even your social security number, and saying that you need to pay this debt. Now, I usually tell people follow the same guidelines as you would if the account was any other collection. You need to put them through the process of validation because you need to inquire about what they're trying to get you to pay, and there's nothing wrong with that. Now, like I said before, they're pretty strict, so you want to watch out how you word your verbiage in your response, because they can be offended by that. It could put you in a position to potentially sue you. So watch out for those type of things. It's usually car repossessions that Jefferson Capital is dealing with. So that's why I'm saying be very, very cautious when you reach out to them, because you don't want to send them something that's saying, you don't want to pay and that something is wrong when you truly got it repossessed, hypothetically speaking, of course. So don't put yourself in that type of position. Send the debt validation letter inquiring, but not blaming or saying, hey, I don't own it, I don't want to pay, because they will turn around and try to sue you. I've seen it happen to a number of people. You don't want to put yourself in a situation to get a lawsuit. Put them in position to send a debt validation letter. I believe I actually have one right here. And like I said, man, this is just an example of what I usually send. But this is one that I've wrote to Portfolio Recovery, though. But this isn't Jefferson Capital. But it's somewhat relatively close to something that I usually tell people to include in your dispute. It's really important to include these things because you don't want the agency to put themselves in a position to win over you. Also, really important, the cease and desist letter. You really need this portion because, you don't want them to just reach out and just start trying to call you either. You want to put them in position to contact you strictly through paper, certified mail, so that everyone has a clear understanding of what's going on. And then lastly, if they really legally purchased the debt, put them in position to validate some of these questions that are on here. And again, if you need assistance, reach out to me at tenacewm.net or 904-708-8082, and we can help you out. Now, this is something that I really tell people that they really need to send to the agency, because if they're not able to answer a lot of these questions, then they probably don't really have what it takes to collect on this debt. So don't fall for their tactics. Don't fall for their little strategies. Just send them something like this. And if you need help again, reach out to me. We can set up a consultation for $45, or you can sign up and enroll in service and we can help you out. So don't be afraid to reach out to me. Would definitely love to help you all that are needing assistance with these things. So put yourself in a position to fix your credit today. Get Jefferson Capital removed from your credit. They're not the best collection agency out there, but be careful. I have a lot of high hopes for everyone that is out here dealing with Jefferson Capital. So follow my key strategies. Send a debt validation letter. Do not claim that you owe the debt. Do not, blame them. Do not accuse them. Be respectful when you send the message, all in all, because they're not just any collection agency. They are not as lenient as people make these collection companies to be. So keep that in mind. I really appreciate everyone that has watched this video. I'm going to do a better job at releasing a lot of content, so definitely stay on the lookout and hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. I want you all to receive notifications when I drop my new videos. So thank you again to everyone that has watched my video, and I hope you all have a good one.